Hi, welcome to MQW Driving School. Another video. This video is for Horsforth Test Center. The test finish within like 15 minutes of the whole time, and the reasons you can see soon. Test started outside the test center, which is a 30-mile road. The examiner did independent driving using the signs. The first sign they asked to follow was A65, which was Leeds, then Skipton, and then Harrogate, and then it's supposed to be Horsforth Station or Trinity University. After cleaning the car for COVID-19 cure and asking the student about the declaration about clean of the car, and car is insured for the test purpose, and the car is actually ready to drive. Okay, so simple, move off, nothing special, just keep going straight towards the roundabout. Now the confusion starts when examiner asked the student, instead of saying follow the sign for Leeds A65, the examiner just said, can you follow A65? The roundabout picture just come after this zebra crossing behind the trees. So student was looking for a roundabout picture. He didn't see any picture in advance, and when he reached about near the zebra crossing, and then when he looked on the left side, it was late for him to read all the board. So he bit confused where he was going. So board is here, Leeds A65 is straight. So when he reached about here, he just get confused which lane he should be in, right or left. So he tried to go right a little bit, then he moved back to the left lane. Then after looking on the right hand side, as anyone coming or not, so this is where the first serious mistake happened. He's supposed to stay in the outer circle. He moved his car in an inner circle, and examiner have to grab the wheel to bring him back to the outer circle because someone was on his right. You will see one car will go to the right side. Then this is where the student totally shaken up, and then he started doing some more mistakes. So this mini roundabout, they said nothing, so just means go straight. So approach slow, look on the right, and then go straight. And then next roundabout you have to go right, which is the second exit on the right. But student was still thinking about the old mistake he did it on the roundabout, so he was so confused, so he was not paying attention and was not concentrating more. So this roundabout, turning right, keep going straight. At the end of the road, then you will see the sign for Skipton. Now all these places is not very secure for the examiner to just make a U-turn and go back to the test center, so I think that's why he was keep on carrying straight. On this road you will see some meeting traffic signs, so you have to be continue with these signs. If no one, you just check on the right, don't need to stop, keep moving. And then you will see another sign where you can go first. If the student can see someone is coming and there's a sign for them to give way to them, then it's supposed to be stopping. But I think they was very far, so I think that's why he decided to go. So in this sign, just carry on straight. Again, a lot of meeting traffic situation, downhill, so you have to make sure what speed you are doing. So student speed was fine. He was driving about 23 over here, and this road is 30 miles, so that was not a mistake. So he's all the way down the hill, meeting traffic situations. Then end of this road, then you will see the sign for Skipton, which is right from the traffic light. That is also actually known as A65 towards Skipton. Okay, so they asked them to stop the car behind the white car, leaving themselves a good space to move off. And that was a good space to move off, so that's nothing wrong in it. Car was nicely close to the curve, so there's nothing wrong in it. And then when they're happy, they was just like, can you move when you're ready, please? Because of cars coming from the front, and that's why it was taking time to move. When this cleared, after looking front and back, all again, move and go. So all the way straight. Driving on these kind of road, driving straight, normally don't fall down into the mistakes. Mistake normally people do when they go near the junctions, near the meeting traffic, near about turning left and rights. Driving straight normally cannot be a lot of mistake, but driving slow without the reason, it can be your speed mistake, which we call appropriate speed mistake. So when you reach here, the signs are just straight in front of your eyes with white color background. So it's just simply right mirror, right signal, and you need to be turning right and must stop for cycle box. Now the sign says it's a 40-mile road where you are going, and then it's also saying the red color board that be ready for the second set of the traffic light if that turn to right. So be ready for that one as well. Okay, when this guy is turning right, hopefully the light will going to change very soon, so always keep an eye on the lights, because once the light go green, you make sure you look all three mirrors, especially no one is standing on your left side as a cyclist, no one on your right hand side, and then you will move and then you turn. When you're turning right, just for your safety, still look on the left to make sure there's no one coming from the left who is jumping the traffic light. So when it's safe, just make your right turning. This is your 40-mile road. So your light is green, so you don't need to stop, keep moving. When you come on this 40-mile road, examiner still can ask you to stop the car once on the left side. Some places there is a cycle lane and they will say don't worry about the cycle lane, or maybe they will wait for the cycle lane to finish and then they will say you to stop on the left. So if they ask you to stop on a 40-mile road, don't hesitate, just look properly your mirrors and see there is no one coming from your left as a cycle, and then when it's safe, stop the car, and when they will say you move, you go. There's a 40 road, but after a little time you will see this 40 road will change into the 30-mile road. This is where it changed to 30 miles. Now this road will take you towards the roundabout, which is we call Harrogate roundabout or Skipton roundabout, controlled by the traffic light. When you go from this direction, you try not to give signal too early for the right turning. Okay, you're not allowed to use these lines to undertake somebody, so that was another serious mistake the student did it. Actually he was going to do it, but soon the car make the turning, he just decided not to go. But imagine if you use the white line to go straight and someone coming from that street, so that will be the serious dangerous mistake. You try not to drive on the white lines, you try to drive on the tarmac color, which is a grey color. When someone is turning right, you need to stay patient and stay behind them, wait for them to turn right. Don't always try to go on the left and try to undertake them. Remember this part as well, especially if you're doing the learner test or any special test in the future. When you're passing this parked car, just make sure you give them plenty of space, watch out for the cycle, watch out for any traffic light junctions, watch for the meeting traffic situation here. If the road is getting narrow, try not to go closer to other people's cars. First you will see a little bit petrol pump on the right hand side, KFC on the right hand side. There are some entrances to right hand side. That's the main reason you cannot switch on your signal very early for the right turning. When you go near the roundabout, you will see a proper signboards telling you which lane you need to keep your car in. If you want to go straight, you need to be in the right lane. If you want to turn right, you need a right lane. If you're turning left, you need a left lane. That is your roundabout. This is the sign tell you which lane you should be in. Wait for these junctions to finish. Wait for the entry of the petrol pump to finish. Make sure you don't stand on the keep clears. Then you do proper mirror signal to the right and stay in your right. If the light red, wait. If the light green, keep moving. But one light is red, then you have another light afterwards, then you have another light. So make sure by taking this circle on the roundabout, you keep looking to the traffic lights. This light don't stay green for very long, so make sure be ready for the next light to be turning back to green to red. When you get this light green, you don't need to worry about the traffic coming from your right hand side. So just be confident and make a good progress and move quickly you can. Student is standing behind the cycle line, so that is a good point. So he's watching the road marking and is not standing on the cycle lane. Okay, now when the light change, make sure look all around your mirrors, then keep in the right hand lane behind the car. Again, he was thinking of moving left and suddenly came to the right, so that's common. Then move to the left lane, but student did not move to the left lane, he stayed in the right lane. Right lane is also going straight, so that is not going to be your major fault, but when you will go ahead, you have to merge your car from right to the left, and you have to be more make sure there's no one coming from your left. So then you have to wash the left mirrors properly, left blind spot properly, or maybe at one point you may have to give left signal to let people know you're changing lane. So he suddenly changed the lane again from right to the left without watching properly, so that's also can be the major mistake. Now this road is wide enough, so make sure when you driving on this side of the road, you keep it the left side of the road as much possible you can. Now by this time the student was already failed and he did the serious mistake, so examiner decided not to continue to the whole route, which was normally they say from the traffic light you turn left towards the Horsforth station or Trinity University. So they decided to continue go straight on, but that will be the bit quicker route for them to go back to the test center. Now they carry on this road. This was a 40-mile road now. So what the examiner did, they asked the people to take one of the street on the left, because then they can use some streets and go back quickly to the test center. If the examiner do this with you on this kind of positions, they already hold your steering wheel, you already done your serious mistake, and you're going like this, just you maybe can tell you are not passed, and that's the main reason they're taking you back to the test center. So that's the street, then proper mirror signal and turning left. This street is 20-mile two-way traffic, and then you make sure someone is coming from the front, and then you carry on straight again. Nothing special about these streets, they're trying to take you back, so make sure even you going back, even you know you are failed, still behave properly, drive properly. Now you're entering into the one-way street. This blue sign means you only can turn left, but when you're turning left, remember this is a one-way road. Now once you enter in a one-way road, you have to make sure when they will ask you to take end of the road, turn to right, you need to stay in the right lane. Okay, can you see that when the student take the left turning, he didn't realize it's going to be one way, so he get too much to the left behind the car, and then he moved again when he realized the park car. So you're going down the hill is a one-way road, so when you go end of the one-way road, you need to stay right if you're turning right. So what the student did, he stayed to the left side instead of going right. If you see his car now, he's keeping on the left side of the road, not noticing what he need to do. He still don't know it's a one-way street. Now you need to stay right side of the pillar to turn right, but he kept the car on the left. It was a pure road marking, say you can left only, but he wanted to do turn right from here again without realizing is a proper road marking. Then examiner have to mention, if you can't go right, please go left. So that's not a good impression, and then now he have to turn left, and now after turning left they just go straight to the road. Now on the main road, they will take the student to go all the way straight to the roundabout and then just go back to the test center. That's the easy one. They can go now instead of using the street. I think the examiner was thinking to go early as possible to the test center, but student actually made him to go round and round, and examiner was more annoyed that why he's taking too long to go back and he's not following the rules properly and not following the any direction properly. So not a very good impression. So that is the end of the test already. So I would like you to be ready for your test. Think more, don't be too nervous. I know you was too nervous on the driving test, but you have to be very calm when you drive. Follow the rules, follow the signs and the road marking, actually your guidance. They are the one who tell you what to do. If you too much into the habit your instructor is always telling you, then make sure you drive independently more and see where you stand more by your alone. Drive on the rules. They are the one who will tell you alone when you driving alone on the road. Okay, so you don't need nobody help. That is kind of the driving test you need to do. Driving independently without any help, without anybody mistake. Now, thank you for watching and stay tuned. We got another test video coming up. I'm gonna upload it soon for the another test, which is not a great test, but again, we have to show you what mistake they did it so you don't do this in the future. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and if you have any comments, please leave it below and like and share my video. Thank you.